Yeah. I don't think it cleaned. Didn't sound like it was cutting very even either. These seats are really, really hard. They don't want to cut, so it doesn't want to cut. So when they don't cut, they don't cut. So that means we have to do something else. We're going to grind it. Let's see, that is not the size I need. That is way too big. Pulling out the old stuff. That'll work. Goes a little bit far, but let's see what the next one is. Next one up. This is all Dad's tooling. That one's too big. Don't go in all far enough. So I'll use this one. Okay. That's why we use Dad's tooling. See all this tooling? Got lots of tooling back in here. All these different piles. These are the ones we normally use, but this little small stuff over here is for M8s. And then they got smaller ones yet for small shit. And of course, he's got ones for big stuff too. I'm sure he never used these ones. I don't know. This may be for a locomotive or something. Looks like about a 1-inch hole. I don't know what the hell use a 1-inch valve guide, but something big. But Dad was ready for it if he ever had it. I'm sure he bought every one that they made. That's usually how he did everything. Just buy it all. That way if you ever need it, you have it. I kind of do the same thing too. Okay, put that in there like that. I go down here and find our valve grinder stuff. I'm going from Sunning to Quickway now. Quickway stuff. Alright, there's your grinder. There's our stones. I'm going to have to find a stone that's the right size. There's our holder. Let's see, I need something not too big. Where's a valve at? There's a valve way over here. Okay, that looks to be about the right size right there. Okay, we'll use this one. It appears to be at 45 degrees, which is what we want. Okay, that's an exhaust valve cutter for a normal one. Alright, I need some electricity now. Yep, it's laying right here. We had it before. Grinding is still the most accurate way of doing stuff. So it just takes forever to do anything, and you only get one angle. Unless you really get fancy with your stones, which I've done that. Real fancy stuff I've done before. 2 angles on one stone. Yeah, it's fancy. There's that one. Okay, gonna change out the exhaust stone. Put the intake stone in. There you go. Clears just fine. Alright. I just saw what they wanted for one of these brand new. $5,000 for one of these. This one's the original, from the 50s. Still works. They said I was supposed to put a bounce spring in there too, I think. Something like that. I didn't do it. That cut out a lot real quick. I don't think it cut where I needed to yet though. That was good. Yeah. Maybe not. Just kind of kind of limp on the back side over there. Yeah, I don't like it. One more time. Hard seat grind pretty easy. All right. Back here in the back settings where it was not cutting before. I'm not sure if it's grinding over there yet. It's really, really close. You can see how it's grinding over here though. And it's a mark in the back. Can't tell what it is. We'll go with it. All right, we're gonna do some more lapping compound on that. See what it looks like. Let's see, tools. All right, move this lapping compound over here to get to it. There we go. Makes it easier. Okay, that was our rear right valve. We're on the rear left valve. Where'd my left valve go? What did I do with it? That's the same one, rear. Where's my RL? There it is, RL. Hidden, couldn't see it. Now you ask, why does the valve have a nice lapel around the seat didn't? Because the valve hits on the high spot, so it still laps it. Seat does not move. It's stationary. If this doesn't do it, we're going to recut the seat. Then we'll come back and spot grind it again. The valve looks good again. What a shocker. And looks like there's a seat mark on there now. Way up high. So this one's way down low. Yeah. I think it's in there. Really faint line. See, I grind everything at 45 degrees, so it has nice fat seats when they hit. Obviously, there's an interference angle going on this on that valve, because you don't have any hit on it. Magnifying glass off helps too. Bright. Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, I don't know. Still kind of faint back there a little bit. Yeah. I don't like it. This is dirty, so it's hard to see through it too. We get out something clean it with. It looks like there's kind of a mark, but you can really see the mark everywhere else. It's just, all right, you get over here, you can see it. Okay, it's the light. I get it just right, and I can really see a nice gray line, but when you turn the lens, you can't see it all the way around. Oh yeah, I think we're good. I couldn't see it there. kind of went out of focus where you couldn't really see it. It's right through here, looks really light, but when you get the light just right, you can see the line going across. I can see it real deep right here in the shadow in the background. And then this light up here shoots light right here, and it makes it hard to see. You see I go like that, I shadow it, and you kind of see it again. So I think it's okay. It's definitely hard to see. Hard to see no light over here too. There we go. All right. I think we're okay. The last test I do is I put light to it, see if I can see light through it. So we take our valve, put it up in there like that. I look through the port and look for light. The problem is I got a lot of light on this one. Where's the other valve at? Definitely looks good on the back side. So we did not cut this seat yet. Turn the light off. And you look up in there. You can obviously see the light over there. And see there's no light on this one here unless I open the valve up a little bit, see? So it's sealed. See how that one there's light under it? It's because it's not seated. Alright, that's called the light test. Alright, so that one looks good. And this one here is next. And you can see how much we sunk the valve. See, that was just barely above the surface and way above. That's because it's only hitting on one side. It's way up in the air right now. Okay, let me get this cleaned up. We'll be back.